the stream, see if it works today. Yeah, it's working. Cool.
Hey, stream.
Hi.
Tell you what else I was going to mention, Eric, is that the weather in this race compared to the last one we did, the endurance race, is a whole 25 degrees cooler. The track on track.
Yeah, I noticed it wasn't as slick.
That's a lot. Yeah, 25 degrees.
That is a lot.
Even when you convert that to Celsius, that would be a lot.
Alright, where are we at? We're 29th overall and 11th in the GT3 class. Cool. All the GT3 drivers qualified. That's funny.
Yeah. Everyone in the whole race has qualified apart from one GTE car.
Nice.
And he had 4 incidents in the session, so I'm guessing he tried to qualify. That is unusual. That's quite unusual.
Yeah.
But you can have some people at a race though. It's all pretty close. You beat a couple guys, and the guys ahead of you aren't far ahead of you. Like, you probably got the tenths and the race pace. Are you not bored of this track yet?
No.
You had a week off, and like you're ready to go again.
We'll set it up for 10 gallons, 10.3, and then.
Good luck, everybody.
I've got Joe real timing going, so it'll kind of let me know what I should do.
Cheat. Cheating.
Good luck, everybody.
Come on.
Good luck, guys. Easy on the first.
Scanner. Let's turn my all teams scanner on. There we go. And I'll put my all teams transmitter on. I can't see any situation I'm going to use that as a spotter, but
Good pull there, Jeffrey.
I'm even less likely to use the team one, seeing as we're talking on Discord. So.
Right. If you start having to apologize for my mistakes, then I'm having a really bad race.
I have to stand up for you. I have like a team fight.
Let's do it.
I don't know if you have your spotter as well. I'm officially spotting. So your spot should work, although I know it doesn't always go that way when we're doing endurance races. So.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think from the Bez race we did, and also the BSS race we did, I think I have enough confidence here to get around.
Cool.
But
Did you change the setting in the file for the spotter that, like we did that ages ago, where it's supposed to stay on if you've got a human spotter?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. I think it's just temperamental.
Yeah.
How much fuel in the second stint? Well, that's like actually just asking
10 to
someone
11,
to like.
man. Depends on your lap times.
I've heard people ask fuel at the start of a race without stops. I've never heard someone ask how much should I put in at my pit stop. That's like that's the next level of asking.
Next level.
For help before the race.
So I tell him just to turn down the engine tuning and use a lot of clutch, and he won't have to stop at all.
Yeah. Ask him if he wants someone to race round for him as well. That'd be the easiest thing to do.
You want me to push you around?
Yeah.
When you run out.
Okay, boss. We're taking off from the grid now. Or what passes for the grid. Yep, those guys are giving a pretty big gap to the GTEs.
I'm not accustomed to doing rolling starts.
You should be. Did 2 of them last week.
Sure. Actually, you start. Well, I started the sprint race. You started the Bez race.
Oh, did I? Oh, okay. I don't remember much about the start of the Bez race, in just that it was just pretty damn crazy for a good sort of quarter of an hour before it calmed down.
It was very.
I should probably go and watch the stream. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It was very chaotic. Can't remember. Was this track on the best
Good luck, GT3 guys.
pro schedule?
I don't think so.
I remember Monza, Spa, Suzuka.
Not really worried about the snotty Ferrari guys up there.
Can't remember.
Yeah, I think I looked for this one. It wasn't there.
Nürburgring.
Anyway, get ready to go because it's going to be real early green. Because you guys are a long way behind. If we have a quiet part of the race, I'll take a look.
Nah, you're good. Let me check right quick.
Alright, it's checked up a little bit in front of you there, so there's a little bit of 3 wide action, so just careful. Alright, you got a car wide on your right, car coming up the middle. That's 2 inside, 2 inside, hold your line, hold your line. One inside. You got a bit of track lane to the car there, car there.
Come on, dude.
That wasn't my fault, was it, for not...
No,
did you see him there? That's alright, yeah. That's alright. Car right's just come back on, clear.
This dude was literally trying to beat me off the track. I was on the curve as far as I could go, and he was trying to push me off.
Yeah, I thought so. Car looking inside. He's way inside, inside, inside. Got a lane clear. Car looking inside. Still there, lane clear. You see him? Good job. That's a GTE car.
Yeah, that's the one, I guess, that didn't qualify.
No. Because the one who doesn't qualify still starts at the back of the GTE field. He doesn't drop behind you, so.
They must have started from the pits.
That's the 4th place GTE car, so he's gone off track. He's at instant. Anyway, well, we didn't have the ideal first corner, but it could have been a lot worse. So you got 1X and a pretty clean car. So take that.
I do want to watch the replay of that. I just want to see what he was doing.
Careful, car there. I think you're okay. It was just pretty tight. He went up the middle of you, and I felt like I didn't call that very well, but equally I don't think it made much difference. I say there was just a bit of a squeeze on the inside there, but doesn't matter.
My right front fender's curled up.
I can see
but
that.
I only got a 1X.
You didn't have a hard hit at all. No, there was quite a bit of a turnaround, and cars off on track on the left of turn 1 there, so you avoided all that.
Yeah, you got a heck of a run out of there, man.
Hey, good job you got. Hey, look at all that space you got.
Yeah.
I'm jealous, man. 1.7 ahead, 1.9 behind.
Yeah, but that's because I was out of position on a few corners, and so you stayed in the middle of the pack, and
you've made 2 spots either way.
I'm at the end.
Alright, all good. See the car ahead, it's got a 1.5 seconds behind. Running 9th at the minute.
Did you install the DRS in this?
Ah, shit. I put the curves right in your front right bumper where you got the, I can't see anything, so you're all clear.
That's a GTE car up here.
Another one, yeah. That's just ahead of you now. I imagine that was what the yellow was. That's it though, there's only this one GTE guy hanging around. So. Gained another 2 seconds behind, so 2.6 back now. Try and see if you can use this GTE car making his way through that pack, see if you can catch him up a little bit. I think they're a little quicker. But he's going to disturb them and mess them up a little bit now. So. Jar Ball, it's 1.6 behind. That might be one of the faster GT3 cars. Maybe he's having to make his way back. And there is another GT 3 seconds back, but he's already had 2 incidents, so we'll see if he gets to you first. The GT3 car was going up the inside of the GTE there. Ooh.
What's that?
Ahead of you, that was the GT3 car, was nearly up the inside into the GTE
Good
car.
move, Jonathan.
Alright, Eric, now's the time to hurry up. We've only got 39.5 minutes left, so... Oh wait a minute, we're not doing the long race anymore. Hey.
Compared to the Skippy, this still is a long race.
Oh yeah. You're still connected to the back of the pack here, you're not like a drifter. I mean, those guys in front of you, they have cars in front of them. It's like a big long snake and train through Interlagos here on the far chase cam, so... Still a lot of racing going on.
I feel my lap times aren't too bad.
No, 32.4 last time, it's really good. It's half a second quicker than your quali time, and you don't really have a draft or anything, so...
Loud and get.
That's a GTE car behind you.
Yeah, see that?
Sorry? Yeah, I should probably have picked that up a bit earlier. He's inside you. He's inside, he's clear.
That's where I want him to pass me.
Mm-hmm. That's, yeah, this was what he was saying at Watkins Glen was
Hey, Lauren,
it's,
let us race, huh? You're not going to catch us.
as well as it's obviously the car behind's responsibility to pass cleanly, you can also, like I say, you want to try and get them to pass you where you want them to pass you. You know, you kind of read where they're coming and almost make their mind up for them. You know, give them a say, hey, this is clearly your line here, and that's the way to read traffic better and do that.
Sorry about it.
So this guy behind you, iRacing him, he's caught up about a second in the last 2 laps, so he's not like way quicker than you. He's I think he might have been one of the cars that dropped back early on. Outside, clear. He's looking to switch back. He's not going to. You're fine. Clear.
Thank you for being patient.
Inside. Clear. Go get him, balls.
What?
I'll tell you after.
Come on now, Jonathan.
Yeah, that guy, he wrote in the text chat thanks after he went down the inside at the last corner. I don't know what he was saying thanks for. It'd be nearly impossible to defend that corner anyway, because all your momentum's taking you out wide. It's hard enough not running off track to the right, let alone getting back across and defending. So I just thought it was funny that he said thanks, and I guess the fact that he defended into turn 1, he'd realised by that point you weren't particularly just letting him bomb. So. Okay, car behind's 1 second. He's caught up mostly because of you having that short battle with the guy ahead. So you probably were about a second down on your time that last lap.
I'm just waiting to the straightaway more.
Still running 10th,
more
and there's
speed.
a good gap back to 12th place as well, so it's just this little run of cars here. Good job. I was back to a 33.0. That's good. And you were offline at the first part of the last lap as well.
Come on, man. I'm just putting people out the way.
Come on, mates, that's just not cricket. Alright, good job. You're running pretty much same time as this guy behind, so you got the pace for your 10th place here. So, and that guy who got past you is obviously quicker than these cars at the back, but he's going to break into that pack ahead of you. Still only 4 seconds ahead, so.
I couldn't get on the gas quicker than I wanted to.
You're alright, he's not going to get a run or anything. Yeah, it's fine. 32.5 again last lap, so it's good. Alright, might be looking for a run into the next time. Oh yeah, there's a car off on the left, so just be aware if he comes back on the track. There's a GTE car, yeah, okay, so he's on the right. Good job. He could have done that a little bit better, that's fine.
I didn't know where that GT3 car was. I know he was looking inside me, I wasn't sure if he was still there, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, that was, no, sorry, I should have said you weren't going to have an issue, but I switched attention because he was running outside, but he's never, yeah, sorry. He's never going to make it around the outside of that turn unless it's the start of the race or something, so I was more worried about the GTE car coming back on track. Yeah, sorry, that's why I didn't say anything. No, it'd be useful for me to say there, like, yeah, but for future reference. Situation right now is you got this GTE car right behind you.
Go ahead around me, man.
Just going to look inside here into the next turn. Really struggling for pace. I imagine he's going to go inside you. Back is just at your rear. You're clear though. You're clear to run your line. You go. And it's Audi time again. That was a really awkward one, that GTE car at that corner there. He could have gone for it, there wasn't a problem, but he sort of hung at your back bumper. It just means it's hard for you to commit to your line or not, you know. If that was a GT3 car you were defending from, that'd be fine, but it's just awkward when it's
faster car.
Alright, this is your race right now, there's nothing else to worry about. You've got 12 seconds behind this guy. So yeah, just do your thing here.
It's like I'm about to hit my pit window where I could pit and finish.
Cool. You got to be happy with the track temp on that first corner, how much later you can brake.
Oh yeah.
Than the endurance race.
Here too, it feels like I'm not like drifting out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You probably will a little at the end, right at the end of the race, because when the tyres are wearing a bit. But yeah, no, I know what you mean.
This what didn't even see the time of day. Is this morning?
I'm not sure.
Or it could be late afternoon.
It's definitely, yeah, it's one of the two.
It's not afternoon.
Quite nice here in the Mercedes and Audi together like this in noise, because it's like a little symphony. You got the Mercedes running that low grumble, and then the Audi's just running like a way higher pitch.
Right.
Alright, it's probably looking like he'll be able to get a run this time. Inside lane, clear.
Made a really late commitment there.
Yeah.
Could have been worse.
Alright, you've got 13 seconds behind you, and that crew ahead is still 4 to 5 seconds, that little pack. You haven't really lost much time to them, so that's good. And yeah, you're good. Just try and keep up with this guy. Settle in, hit your times. That was still your fastest lap of the race last time as well, 32.3. Gap behind's 14.5 seconds, and the GTEs are gradually making their way up to you. They're 24 seconds behind you. Good job, staying steady behind him that lap, so it's 1.4, that's it, so it's all good. Alright, we have a GT3 car in the pits there, that's the 4th place car. I don't know if that's because of damage. It'd be a very early pit stop. Still got 26 minutes to go.
Oh no, because my fuel load just came on, so I got like 3 laps to pit. So maybe he's just pitting for fuel.
You will be using more fuel today as well because of the lower temperatures.
Yeah.
Alright, you're not running 9th place on track now. There's no GT3s behind you, so 17 seconds back to the GTE field. But you might. I don't think you'll deal with them with your pit stop. So I mean, you will at some point. Damn, Eric, you're only 34 hundredths away from a 31 there. Nice one.
Trying. What's crazy is I'm running that quick, but I'm I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean that's what I say. You're keeping up with the faster guys ahead of you, though.
That's good.
I mean, you're running 8th. You're only 7 seconds behind 5th, and we're on lap 14. So you're not dropping a lot of time to those guys at all. And a lot of those cars have been enjoying a draft with each other for most of that as well.
True. If I hadn't had somebody beat my right front fender off, I might have been able to stay with them.
I don't think that's made any difference for you at all.
Well, it made me have to drop back because I got knocked out of line.
Oh, aside from that guy, you still made spaces though. Actually, you still made 2 places on the open laps. Right, another car in the pits. Right, so that's now 7th on track for you. You are actually, you're still going to go just above halfway, just about. I mean, you'll be pitting this lap, will you?
Yep. I can go another.
You sure?
Pit, that's fine.
Well, it depends on what yours says. My black box for your fuel says 1.6, so I mean, I don't think you'll be able to do another lap. But
alright, go ahead and fuel.
You are still just about over halfway, but just literally 10 seconds past the halfway point in the race, not accounting for an extra minute or 2. So if you had sort of just a little bit more than what you had.
What is it set to right now? 11.9 or something?
You started with 11.9, it's set to 10.3, so I'd at least put it up to 11.9, maybe just 12. Put in an extra gallon.
Yeah, put in like a 12.3 or something.
Yeah, just allow you to really push to the end. Yeah.
If you can do that, if not, I'll do it.
What's your real timing telling you?
It says 10.4, but I'd rather have a little bit more to be safe.
Yeah, so.
Cool.
12.4? I'll add 12.4 then.
Sure.
Well, you're going to have a little bit left. Do you want to go 12.2? For the sake of 0.2, let's just put in 12.4.
Antonio, go left on me here, man.
I would think 11.9 would probably be fine again, but say you're only just halfway through the race, and you might have to go up to an extra, depending on the white flag. So I'd take Joel Seal's a little low for me there, but we'll see.
Joaquin, enter the straightaway, left here.
Good job. Get out of there, kid.
Didn't fix any of my damage, but that's alright.
You didn't have any damage to fix.
Had 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's nothing. That ain't nothing. Right, you're going to come out in some GTE traffic there, but not too close. So you're going to have about 2 seconds behind you, and about the same in front. You're right in the middle of GTE traffic. That's the only thing you'll have to deal with, is because they're going to be in and out of their pit cycles. You just did that for old time's sake, didn't you?
Yes.
Anthony, take the inside.
Alright, coming up on you, the GTE car is outside you. Outside, big gap, outside, big gap, clear. Outside again, one lane. One lane, hold your line, just run your line. One line, clear. Good job, good job. Let's take that free draft.
This kind of sucks where I come out of the pits right in the middle of this.
It's not too bad. A large amount of it has passed.
It's
It's going to depend on their pits whether it becomes a bit of a pain or not. But they're all going to go past you at some point in the race. Whether it's after a pit stop or before a stop doesn't really make any difference. The car, he pitted from 5th or 6th place ahead of you. He was about 7 to 8 seconds. He's 8 seconds ahead of you, so you haven't really gained or lost much at all either way. If anything, I'd say maybe you lost half a second in the pit stop, maybe, but nothing to worry. Nothing we can account for. There's a random element to pit stops in iRacing too as well. Right, there's GTE guy behind you, so he'll probably be looking to the right here. He is, and he's right by a lane. Hey, well clear. Don't let him make you take that off track, Eric.
I take it right here, Chris. Thanks, man. Copy that.
Alright, car behind is GTE car, 2 seconds. Is actually for position technically in the race, but you know, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I don't think that makes any difference whatsoever to iRacing's calculations.
Just overall.
Yeah, it makes you feel a little bit better if you beat a few GTE cars. There's not much difference in pace really. It's up to 5 seconds, I'd say. Well, only 2 seconds between the pole and the pole times. So. Right, looking. Oh, he was looking right, but he didn't go right. Looking for a draft. I'm guessing he's going to be looking at the inside here. Inside lane, inside close, clear. Good job. I stood a 33.1 last time as well, even with the traffic, so that's good. You're running 9th place on track, and 10th is way behind you, 24 seconds, and that was a guy that you were dropping before the stops as well. So run in 9th and see what happens ahead. You're at 9 to 10 behind the cluster of 3 cars from 6th to 8th. Alright, you're going to have a couple of GTEs coming up to you here. Hopefully they'll get you on the straight. Just make sure you run a slightly wider line, not the grass, but just a slightly wider line. Alright, it's only 1 car now, he's looking inside. Inside, lane, inside, just run your line, clear. You're good, you're good, you're good. Yeah, they don't catch you that much on the straight. At all.
It's all in the corners.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit of both. It's not a great fit.
Oh shit.
Where are you going? Alright, it's alright, just turn it around. Plenty of space behind you. Yeah, just take your time. You're good. You're going to have a GTE coming up on the outside of you quick here.
I don't know what I did there.
Careful, outside, 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 outside. Still there, clear.
It's like a wheel hopped or something. I realize my chances of catching the 8th place car.
did you do? Did you just catch the curve a bit, do you think?
I don't know. Just felt like the rear end started bouncing, and I was scared to light the brakes up because I figured that was going to turn me.
Yeah, we still got a big gap back to 10th place, still 15.5 seconds. The car's going to be looking inside here, GTE car. Inside lane, inside. Inside, still got a lane between you. Still there. Yeah, get behind him now, draft a little bit if you like, you're clear. I don't suppose you'd gain much from getting behind him at the end of the straight.
A little bit.
Just feels more like racing. Right, gap ahead's about 20 seconds now, so you've probably lost.
Inside yours, right side yours, Victor.
Yeah, you've probably lost about 10 seconds overall. Okay, it's alright, can't do much about that now. Still got just under 14 minutes plus extra time to go, so about a quarter of an hour left. So settle back in, hit some steady laps. You know, you never know what they're going to do up ahead.
I think I just pushed it into the corner. I took that corner just a little bit hot.
Yeah, I mean you've been doing really fast laps, and I think building more confidence and that. So it could just be say you just pushed a little hard at that point for the tyres or whatever it was. I wouldn't worry about it. It wasn't anything crazy. You haven't damaged the car, so. The track might be slicking up a little bit as well. There are quite a lot of cars on for a single race. Alright, looking inside. Just run your right side line, you'll be fine. Inside you now, so you're about halfway alongside him. Just told you braking. You're alongside him, clear. Black flag. I don't see black flag written in the chat much. Black flag, black flag. That last lap was only a 10th down on your fastest time. It was a 32.1.
Up to 8th. That's cool.
Yeah, something's happened there. Alright, here you go. You're gonna put. Oh my goodness. Alright, you got a gap. It's fine.
I don't understand that.
Nah, it's alright. Alright, just get back on your line. You got 2 seconds behind you.
How bad's my rear end messed up?
Inside yours, man. Take the inside.
You'll be alright. It doesn't look. It looks a bit rough, but there's no. I don't think that would have damaged you too much. You'll be okay. Alright, probably into the next turn. You're gonna have a GTE making a run. No, you should be alright this time. I'm just going to draft you and pass you on the straight here, that's fine. Okay, just hold your right side line. Looking left, inside now. Inside, quite a gap. Just keep running your line. Inside, clear. Yeah, I don't have any explanation for that guy just rear-ending you like that. He wasn't close enough to get inside you at the turn. It wasn't even a concern, and then somehow he's just taken it full speed and hasn't bothered like checking up, and he's just spun you around. So I say it wasn't a full-on back hit. He kind of glanced you and just twisted you off to the side. So I can't imagine there's much damage. But all right, got another car here. It's another GTE car looking into the next turn. Probably be looking inside to the next turn. No, not yet, you're fine. Just run your line, be consistent, you'll be fine. Alright, looking inside, it's on your left, clear. Looking to your right, right-hand side lane, right-hand side at your rear. Stay left, that's good. Right-hand side, you see him.
Thanks,
Still
buddy.
there, clear.
Sorry, I can't make it.
Stoke City have just come out of the soccer ball half-time in the third quarter with a goal. Wait.
What?
What? Alright, into the last 10 minutes now. You've still got 7.5 second gap behind you. Yeah, I mean you do keep pulling those seconds back to that guy, it's just you've had those two, I guess 10-second incidents, but you've still got 8, so you're still ahead of that guy, so that's good. Next car up the road is this Augustine Dubois who said something about black flags, but it's 23 seconds up the road, so he might be dropping back.
I think he was messing with people. Instead of blue flag, I think he's saying black flag.
Could be. Black flag, black flag.
It's like that 30 car just went off track
Yep.
or something.
Yeah. It's just lost another 12 seconds too. Well, I say, I mean, on pace you're quicker than the 30 car. I'm guessing by at least a second a lap, if
I'm gonna
not
stay right after you guys go
2
left.
seconds a lap, so you're fine. And that's it. You got no other traffic coming up behind you yet. I don't think they'll capture the lead of GTE cars again. So
Yeah, I'm just a little frustrated. I think I could have mixed it up with the guys in front of me. I think I was on their pace and I was hanging out with them and then just spun on my own and then had a little bit of contact at the beginning of the race, but I don't think there was much I could do about it. And I got taken out, so it's just kind of like, I'm kind of hanging out here by myself, and some of it's my doing, some of it's not.
yeah, well, I mean, the first one's like one you'll learn from probably. Just like at this point in the race, just you've been kind of getting that much more confident and pushing harder, and that one just caught you out a bit. And not much you can learn from the second one, really. To be honest.
I gotta get these internet points, RJ.
I don't know. Well, I mean, it's not to say it's really cost you any spot. It's more that it cost you the chance of a higher spot, but you may well end up the same place either way. You're still running 8th. That's out of 14 as well, so that's good. Or was it 13? Well, either way, it's still good. I mean, you qualified 11th out of 13, so you've gained 3 spots up on the race as well. And not much damage either. I mean, the turn 1 incident could have been worse. Your spin was pretty much, there was no one around you, you just went on the grass. And even the guy from behind who hit you, it wasn't, that could have been a much harder hit as well. It was more of a glancing thing, so it could have gone worse this race as well. It could have taken a worse turn.
Thank you. Corner right here. Right, Joaquin, right.
But GT3 lapped car come out 5 behind,
Go left.
and 8-second gap ahead to GTE.
Damn it.
Mind you, that's 8x, and I think I'm guessing 2 of that was you for a loss of control, and oh, I don't know actually. I don't know if you actually got a loss of control.
I think
No,
I
you
got
didn't.
1x for the first contact. I think I got a couple off tracks, I think, on that.
Yeah, you didn't
I
get a
think
loss
I
of
had-
control for the spin. I had a look, so you only got 1
Yeah,
off
no
track for
problem.
that.
Yeah, I've had
And then you,
three off tracks, and that.
well, that one should have been an off track there. So,
And then
why is that
that,
not a short track?
And then that car
The 4x,
contact.
yeah, the 4x is the main one. Yeah. Although you probably should have had a loss of control, so maybe you're up 3 and the one at turn 1 maybe. I don't know. Doesn't really matter either way. Alright, you're coming up to just about 5 minutes to go. so we'll say 5 to 7 minutes. So you're comfortably overfueled. So obviously Joel real timing knows more than we do, so that's fine.
About 2 gallons over is what Joe Real Timing says.
I'm fairly cautious on fuel most of the time. That's why I was
me too.
surprised I got count out. Like that's why I was when I got caught out on that sprint race last week. It was like, oh. It could be worse. You could have James in. You know, James tends to go a bit riskier on fuel, as you found out. The one time that we don't talk about.
Hey, it was still a good run, so that's all that matters.
It was, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I got 3rd, I think. So.
Just try and settle down, hit some laps. We went up to a 34.0 last time, so just try and get back on your thing. I mean, even that's not bad.
I see you,
really,
David.
know,
I'll stay right.
Why the food you go left, man?
It's a fair question.
I have no idea what he asked.
He said, why the fuck you go left, man? So he's probably talking about politics or something.
Probably.
The leader of the race is 12 seconds behind you. I don't think he's going to catch you, but it should mean that we can predict the white flag a bit more accurately than normal. I'm guessing you're going to have another 2 to go after this one. Maybe 3. Depends.
Joe Real Timing says I have 3 to go.
Including this one.
3 after this one.
Yeah, I think that's what they're looking at. As I say, he's only 10.5 behind you, so you're not going to get the white flag certainly this time. So it might only be 2 more to go, I think. Yeah, I think you. I don't know. I don't know when the cut-off is. I think you can actually tell if you look it up on the forum somewhere. Someone's probably figured out what the time cut-off is for a white flag. But I'm not sure how it works, if it's average lap or if it's set for each track.
It must not be set because there was, what was it, the sprint race? You said, oh, we went X amount of laps, and we ended up going an extra lap.
Yeah.
Every race this week is going.
Because they beat the extra. I looked and there had been one or two the whole week that had gone that extra lap. But it's just those guys were so quick they beat the white flag boundary or whatever it was.
You have the inside valley.
Yeah, I think you should get the white flag. Oh no, of course. Sorry, you're going to get the white flag after the lead, of course. So yeah, you will have an extra lap. Yeah. If you stay ahead of the leader. If you want to drop back, you'll do a lap less.
No, I need that extra safety rating, damn it.
It is just for the point, isn't it? It's like, no, I don't want to drop back a lap. So the leader will get the white flag this lap. You won't. So you will have 2 more to go if you stay ahead of the leader. Which you should do, I think.
Thanks, Christian.
J'ai Christophe de Gel.
My man.
Everybody's getting angry now.
I don't think I've heard anyone particularly calling out that guy who turned you round. I mean, I guess he just
Made a mistake.
made a mistake, yeah.
He was looking at me and not looking at where he should have been braking, I guess.
Well, the other way around. He broke behind you and just assumed he could run flat out through the turn, and he couldn't. Yeah, Leisure will just get the white flag now, I think. I'd be surprised if he didn't. There's only 15 seconds in the race when he got there. So you've got 6 seconds to stay ahead of the leader this lap, and then you'll get a parade lap for yourself. Or to try and if one of the ones ahead runs out of fuel or something. It's a 30-second gap at the moment.
Damn it.
Alright, that's definitely an off track.
Thank you. Go right, go right.
I don't know what happened. I guess I just got on the gas a little bit quicker and the tires are falling off just enough to push me over.
Come on, Eric, we need to use all that KERS and DRS now.
So we can get this extra lap in.
Yeah.
I'll beat him to the line.
You sure? He had a very good exit. He's actually racing for the win as well, so you'd have had to get out of the way if they were a bit close. There's only a 0.9 behind between first and second, that's why he's happy flashing and all that. A close race.
Good race, guys. Thank you.
Gap ahead's only 22
right
seconds, so I think this Augustin guy has not taken enough fuel. It's dropping. It's 21.5.
Anything could happen.
So I don't know. Go fast and we'll see. I don't think you're going to catch that up because obviously it's fuel saving, I think. It's dropped 10 seconds in the last half a lap. So.
Great deal.
It's down to 19. Unless he gets stuck on the uphill to the line, I don't think you're going to catch him. This is why you wanted the extra lap. You're giving yourself the chance of catching him anyway. Terry's saying some stuff that I'm not too sure about. Yeah, you're catching him, but he's going to make the line. It's 13 and a half ahead now. 13. Yeah, he's going to cross the line in a minute. He's stopping. Oh, he was dead stopping, going across. I don't know. I don't know if he made the line. I think he made the line, but he just disappeared. I think he made it with about 10 seconds to spare. So you made 20 seconds on it.
And if I hadn't had those 2 spins, I would have had that spot.
Well, you know, if your aunt was your sister and your uncle was your mom, or something like that, you know, that's what they say.
Not bad, 8th place and 24th overall.
Good job, Roderick.
Yeah, that was I think that was a really good run, Eric. I mean, you could, like I say, I think that one little spin you had didn't really cost you anything. It's just something to learn from, and you couldn't really do much about the other thing. So
Let's watch lap 1 again. Just because I want to.
And the car that rear-ended you, he ended up 5 laps down in the race. Maybe he hit his incident limit, which wouldn't be a surprise if he was driving like that, would it really? I don't know what lap that would have been for you. Okay, if anyone watches this, can they tell us what lap that was on? What lap was it that Eric got rear-ended on?
Yeah, looking back, there wasn't a whole lot I could do about it. I was on the curb and he came down, like, I think he was trying to, like, cut me off or something.
I did call it badly as well. I said clear when I meant something else. What I meant was it's more of a open. You were more open with space is what I meant, and I didn't call it very well either. That's a decent run, Eric. That's not too bad at all.
Nah, that's not too bad. think I found where I got rear-ended. I think it's 18.
Oh yeah, no, I suppose it would be pretty easy to work out from your lap times, wouldn't it? I was trying to find it on his.
Yep, wasn't it? It's been 19.
Oh, the top split did have a GT3 class, so there must have been a lot of late sign-ups. There was 26 overall then. Well, there you go, that jumped up quickly, didn't it, at the end? There was only about 14 just before.
That was when I spun, so it must have been 21. I'm gonna go to his car and see, watch it from his cockpit and see what happened.
You would have needed around a 1920 iRating to get into the top GT3 class then.
He slowed down, he just didn't slow down enough. I think he was anticipating me taking that corner a lot quicker. And I didn't. Yeah. Cool. That was a pretty good finish.